asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free.
Good morning, guys. It is August 28th. It is Wednesday and it's 6:55 in the morning. This morning I got up at like 6 o'clock. I worked out yesterday morning, so I was like up early and just exhausted. I feel like these days go by so fast now, and I am just overwhelmed with like everything going on. Like I feel like I don't have any downtime anymore. I don't know why. But anyway, so I got up at 6, and the way that our mornings have been going is that Pete, because we're getting up early now because we have to leave the house at like 7:10-ish, Pete will get up and get the kids their teeth brushed, and I leave their clothes out from the night before, and he will get them dressed and like bring them downstairs. So by the time he's done doing that, I'm either up already and can start getting breakfast ready, or you know, I'm finishing getting ready myself. So it's been working really well. So like the kids came down, I made them breakfast, Pete left for work, and they're ready to go pretty much. I just have to brush Quinn's hair, and I have to get their lunches like in their lunch boxes and in their backpack. Work-wise, I have meetings pretty much back to back this morning. I have one starting at 8:30 to 9:30, and then I have another one that's like an extended meeting that's I think an hour and a half. So my morning's gonna be just really busy with meetings, and today is the last day that I am working this week. We are going with our friends to Port Aransas, to Cinnamon Shore, and I'm so excited. We're going for Labor Day weekend, and we're gonna leave tomorrow. We wanted to leave earlier in the day tomorrow and like pick the kids up from school early, but we've been having this air conditioning issue. A guy came in and checked on it on Sunday. Apparently the coil is broken and the thing has been leaking. So the only time that they had to come this week was Thursday at like 2 or something like that. So we had wanted to go down there Thursday, like earlier in the day, but we're gonna have to wait for this air conditioner guy to come fix the thing. And then head down, and we're staying through Monday. We're coming back Monday. So we're gonna get like Friday, Saturday, Sunday full days. And apparently like there's really nice pools there, and you can go shopping, and like there's cute little coffee shops, stuff like that. So we did Galveston for Memorial Day, and we just had the best time ever. And from what my friend says, like Port Aransas is much, like Cinnamon Shore is a lot better. There's just more to do and stuff. So really excited for that. But tomorrow I'm taking the day off, obviously, and I am gonna have to pack and just like get everything prepped and ready to go. So that's kind of like looming over me, but got to get through the workday today, and then I'm kind of like, tomorrow's going to be more relaxing for me because I'll take the kids to school. Chase won't have to miss school, which is good, and then we'll pick them up normal time and head out. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I need to do Quinn's hair, put the lunch boxes away, and hit the road, and then I will check back in a little bit.
not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde. A classic cliche, we're on the run. This is what we waited for.
Hi guys, it is 12:24 right now and I am just now stepping away from my computer. This morning has been so crazy. As you know, I had a meeting at 8:30 to 9:30 and then I had another meeting from 9:30 to 10:30 and then I am on PTO starting tomorrow through next Tuesday. So I just have so much stuff to kind of wrap up and make sure that all of, the loose ends are tied up so that I am good to go when I am off work. So I don't have any more meetings for the rest of the afternoon. So that'll give me time to just wrap up everything that I'm currently working on and make sure that it's good to go. Luckily, it is Labor Day weekend, so nobody's gonna be in the office on Monday and then Tuesday, and then we come back on Monday, but I'm taking Tuesday off to kind of just like decompress, get the house in order, and hopefully nobody is sick or anything, because the last few times I've tried to take a PTO day after a long weekend, they have gone to shit because I haven't actually been able to use it because Quinn was sick and then we had Hurricane Beryl here. So I'm really, really hoping that my Tuesday is gonna be just like a chill day and I can get the kids off to school and just like relax a little bit, get the house in order, all of those things. So I feel like this is the first vlog that I've actually had like a typical day in the life since the kids started school. And I have to say, it is such a big jump from our routine for when they were both in the same daycare to now. I think my biggest stressor is the fact that like Chase has to be at school at a specific time and I have to like leave and pick him up and get them both dropped off like around this time frame. And I really took that for granted when they were at their daycare because, they say, oh, get the kids here by 8:15 to like establish habits and routines and stuff like that. But like, if I didn't have a meeting, I would not be rushing to get the kids to school and they would go and then I could like work a little bit later and then pick them up a little bit later if needed. And it was just a lot more flexible. Now, I don't know, it stresses me out and the mornings are not as bad as the afternoons. And I think the afternoons are tough because I have to leave at like 3 o'clock, get Chase and Quinn, and that's kind of cutting off like the last hour of my day. So I'm stressed about that and then getting back here and then kind of having to work and wrap up things after the kids are home. And I don't know, it's a lot. It's just like more of a responsibility now that Chase is in school. Like there are all these apps that I have to download and sites that I have to check and emails that I have to read and like his folder, and I don't know, there's just a lot more that I was not anticipating, I guess. So even the littlest things, like having to pack my kids' lunch I do it in the afternoon so that I'm not, worried about it in the mornings and scrambling. But it's just like that extra thing that you have to do. And then remembering to like get Chase's snack and put it in his backpack the night before so that I don't forget because it's like separate from his lunchbox. It's like those little things that, they're not a big deal, but it's an extra thing to have to remember. And I don't know, I'm probably making this into something more than it is, and I feel like we're still not fully in the groove yet. It's only the third week of school, so it still feels a little uncomfortable, but what a change, man. Like, big change. And actually, I do want to say though, the fact that we're leaving earlier in the morning, not really even by much, I would say like, on a good day, I would get the kids out of the house to daycare by around 7:20, but now we're leaving around like 7:05, between 7 and 7:10, I would say. So it's not that huge. Like now that the car rider line and everything is getting better, I've like bumped it back a little bit. Like I was leaving at 6:50, then I was leaving at 7. Now I'm leaving between like 7 and 7:10. And even if I left at like 7:15, he would still get in on time. So I think eventually I'll be we'll be in a good spot and I won't be as like worried about it. But what's been really nice is that now that the kids are getting up earlier, he's been able to help out with kids more in the morning. And that's been a really big like weight lifted for me, because I don't know, it's just like getting them up and dressed and their teeth brushed and everything. It takes me a while to get them moving, and for some reason, like Pete's just like boom, 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 and they're good to go. And they come downstairs, they're all dressed and ready to have breakfast. And that's been a really big help for me. So that's that. And there's still just stuff that I'm figuring out as I go and that I don't know yet. So every day is, you know, I learn a little something new. And I'm finally like starting to hear more about who is in Chase's class and like who he's friends with and stuff. And he's just so tight-lipped about things. I'll ask him, you know, who's in your class, who do you play with? And he says the same like couple people. And then, so I took out his photo, like the teacher sent a picture of them on the first day of school, the whole class. And so I was like, who's this, who's this, who's this? He knows everybody in his class. And I'm like, why are you telling me that you don't know anyone when you do? And it was so funny. We went to Chick-fil-A last Friday for dinner, and he saw a little girl that was in his class, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's Juliana. And I was like, I've never heard this girl's name before. And he was so excited. He's like, I want to go say hi to her. So we go over, I met her mom and like her dad, and her dad is actually from Long Island. So he had the accent and everything. And I'm like, yes, an East Coaster. He told me like the best bagel place around here, the best pizza place around here that's similar to the East Coast. And I was like, this is so great. So I'm starting to really feel that, I don't know, that community feeling that I was hoping to get. Like, I feel like the school community and the community that we're in now, now that we've moved, it just feels very tight-knit. And I feel like having a kid in school gives you more of that feeling than I had got with my kids being in daycare. Just because, like, I don't know, it's like a big deal, and it's a vested interest. Like, people, you know, I played bunco last week, and I got to talk to like a ton of moms in the neighborhood that have kids at the same school or like in the same school district. And it's just like everybody is so invested that I really love that. And I've just gotten nothing but such positive feedback about his school. So I'm just really happy. I really feel like this move was right. Also, Quinn has been doing so good at her new daycare. I am like over the moon. Not only does she have her little friend in her class, which has been so great because it's been a lot easier in terms of the transition, having her know somebody in the class, but she is just bouncing up and down every day. When I pick her up, she's like squealing. She's so excited. And like, she didn't even act like that at the other daycare that like we loved and she loved. Like, everybody loved it, but it's like a new vibe. And I don't know if it's just like the kids are doing different things and there's more kids, because in her class at the last daycare, there were like 8 kids. They have a gym, like a little gym in their school and in her new daycare. And, you know, they have a little trampoline on there and stuff that you can play on and everything. And she really loves that. And our old daycare didn't have that. So sometimes when I picked her up, they were in the gym or like heading over to the gym. And she's like, you came too early, mommy. I want to play at the gym. And she's like, I'm not going back to my old school. Like, I'm a big girl now. So it's been so good. And if you guys remember when we tried to switch them to that other daycare, it was just such a disaster. And I think somebody commented on my video about it, just like so much change happening at once with the move and then trying to move them, that like it was probably too much for her. But this feels so right, and feeling good about your kids' childcare is extremely important. I feel so much more settled, if that makes sense. Like, when we first moved out here, we're kind of far away from everything, and I felt very detached because we're like living in this new place but still trying to do all the stuff in the old area and just not knowing many people. It's a world of difference now that Chase is in the school system, and I'm gonna start meeting moms and like other kids and families and stuff in the area, and having Quinn settled at a new daycare. They're both 5 minutes from our house. Like, I just feel really good. And like, I had some doubts when we first moved in here. Like, it was a big move. It was a big transition for me. I cried a lot. I questioned whether this was right. Like, Pete was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, did we make the right decision? Because he's really far away from work now. But I feel like now everything is kind of falling into place and I feel very, very good. So just wanted to give you a little update on that. I am starving, so I am gonna make some lunch. I think I'm just gonna make my normal wrap, and I need to get my laundry started so that I have clothes for our trip. And I might even start trying to pull some clothes for the kids for the trip, but we'll see. I actually have a lot of stuff that I need to get wrapped up with for work before I leave, so I'm probably gonna just take most of my time. The days are so short. It's 12:37 right now, and I have to leave to get Chase at like 3:15, and like I feel like that's 2 hours, and where did my day go? It's crazy. Oh man, I don't know. So anyway, I gotta get moving. Let's rock and roll.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke and the mirrors are memories now. The sun's gone down like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. I stay in bed, I still got the feeling that you're next to me. Stuck in my head when lights go off. You're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke and the mirrors are memories now. The sun's gone down like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love.
Now I am heading back to work, and I'm also getting my steps in using my Walking Pad C2 mini foldable walking treadmill. This thing has been such a game changer for me because I work from home. I spend so much time at my desk, and I don't always get the chance to get outside and take a walk and get those 10,000 steps a day in. So this has been so perfect for me to kind of kill two birds with one stone, be able to get my steps in while also staying at my desk and getting my work done. It has been incredible how much you actually rack up in terms of steps. I usually try to take about an hour or an hour and a half to 2 hours walking on the treadmill each workday, and that gets me close to my 10,000 step goal, but it's just been really, really helpful. It also comes with an app that's simple and free to download, which tracks how many calories you're burning. You can also adjust the speed of the treadmill to go faster or slower. It also shows you how many steps you're taking and the distance that you have been walking. We also have some really crazy weather here in Texas, and the summers have been super hot and sometimes it rains a lot. So it's perfect to use on those days where I can't actually get outside and walk. So I will leave the details of my under the desk walking treadmill in the description box below. You can use my code AmandaFadul to get 30% off selected collections. Hi guys, it is 3:23 and I am sitting in the car rider line right now. I left my house at like 3:10-ish, 3:15. So I'm actually like surprised that the line is already moving and it's not backed up to where it normally is. So I'm very excited. I feel like this is a win. Things are finally like the kinks are getting worked out and it's gonna be a lot less time just sitting in a line of cars. I am going to pick up Chase, then go get Quinn, and we have nothing in the house for food, so I might actually stop at H-E-B on the way home to just get some salad and, you know, something to have for dinner. I will check in with you in a little bit. Hi guys, well it is 4:50 right now and I am back from getting the kids. I had wanted to stop at H-E-B, so we did that, and the craziest thing happened. On our way walking into H-E-B, Chase grabbed a cactus plant, and so he got the little prickly things in his hand, and so he's literally screaming bloody murder, like stomping around, like screaming, crying, like it was so horrendous. Like I have never been in a situation like that. Like I didn't know what to do. Everybody was staring at me, like because the plant thing was right outside the door. So he like grabbed it on the way in. I didn't even see him. He was kind of behind me a little bit. Quinn was in front of me and I was like walking behind her, and Chase was like a little behind diagonally to me. So I didn't actually see what he did, but then a woman like yelled to me, and like, cause I turned around just as he like had done it, and I was like, come on. And then the woman was like, yeah, he just grabbed the cactus. And so he's like screaming. I get into the store and I like went to one of the people that were checking, like at the checker out thing. And I was like, do you have a napkin or something? Cause I could see the little like, what are they, spurs in his fingers. And so I like, he's screaming, like, and I'm trying to pull them out of his hand. Nobody was helping me. And then I like ran over to the pharmacy and I was like, I don't know what to do right now. Like my son just touched a cactus and he's got the little spurs in there, and they were so fine and tiny that you could barely see them in his finger. So this really nice guy, he like put some gloves on and he put some like cooling gel on it, and Chase is just crying, like worried. And then he got a tweezer and was like trying to pull him off. He got a piece of tape, was trying to pull him off. It was so bad. So Chase is fine. The guy got most of them out to where he wasn't like screaming and in pain. And then I grabbed a chunk of it out with the napkin, I think, because like I saw big like yellow chunks coming off. And then when we got home, I just used a piece of like boxing tape, put it on his finger, and like kept ripping, because he's saying that his fingers were hurting, but I couldn't see anything because they were so fine. That's how my end of the day went. Anywho, so yeah, and then I was like Googling while I was in there. I was like, what do you do for a cactus? And they say like use a piece of duct tape or tweezers, whatever. So I went in there for freaking get salad for dinner, and we just left after that. I was like, I can't. And like one of the managers came over and did an incident report, took my name and everything. It was a whole thing. I was like, so yeah, that was my day. Anyway, needless to say, I am logging off, putting on my out of office, and I'm shutting down, and I'm ready for vacation. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.